up your spiritual lives with things that don't actually lead you into the life that I want to give you, the life that you crave for. And the image that God is employing here is the image of manna, the bread of God, which God provided as the Israelites wandered through the desert. It was a symbol that God was there for them, that God would sustain them and guide them and nourish them. God was pointing them back to the image of his faithfulness and saying that no other product, no other nation, no other would-be God ever did that for you. So why fill up your lives with those things? That would be a powerful message to a community living in exile, where the temptation was to listen to a whole bunch of other voices. We can try a whole range of things to answer our deep spiritual dilemmas. Popular right now is the power of positive thinking, right? If we just watch Oprah's life classes, then everything will go better. If we just think good thoughts, good things will come our way. If you put out positivity, positivity will come to you. And when that fails, because it will, we turn to other popular spiritualities. Yet many times those are just systems of our own efforts. Try harder, do more, give more, be happier, pray more, believe more, do these things. And amidst all that we spend, all our labors, trying to find that which fills that deep longing we have, we are never fully satisfied. God says, listen to me. We don't need to fumble our way through our spiritual livelihood. It's not up to us to find that perfect product that will satisfy our deepest longing. God says, listen to me, and your soul will live. Listen to me, and you will be filled. Listen to me, and all the abundance of heaven will be showered upon you. Are you tired of searching? Are you tired of spending your energy on things that don't really satisfy that deepest part of who you are? Well, heed that second invitation. Listen. Third invitation comes in verse 6. Seek. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call on him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake their ways and the evil one their thoughts. Let them turn to the Lord, and he will have mercy on them. It's very reminiscent of our psalm. O God, you are my God, earnestly I seek you. Now, seeking isn't about finding someone who's hiding. God isn't setting up this divine hide and seek. I'm going to remain hidden, and if you happen to find me, then good for you. Well, that's just kind of a whole other system of self-effort, isn't it? Seeking is about discovering. It's about acknowledging. It's about desiring God's presence in the intricacy of our life. It's about turning the fundamental basis of our life away from things that do not satisfy. Could it be ourselves or anything else? And turning it toward him who provides life. It's about opening our life to the wonders of God's mercy and God's grace. The rich blessings of wine and milk, and being filled not with the things that quench our thirst, but with he who satisfies us eternally. It is when we turn to the Lord that we receive forgiveness and pardon, mercy and grace. Those things that we hold around in our lives that cause us to be dissatisfied or spiritually malnourished, like my friend. All the struggles which are deeply spiritual, all those things that we fight against and struggle with, they are removed when we turn our lives to God. When we seek, we are given the assurance that God will have mercy, that he will freely pardon. If you felt that there's anything within yourself that bars you from God's loving care, there's anything that you hold up within yourself to say, this is the reason I'm not forgiven. Or if you have that desire, I just want to know that I'm forgiven. I just want to know that God loves me. I just want to know that God promises heaven to me. Then heed that third invitation. Seek him. The beauty of this passage is that God presents himself to us free and without cost. Again, Charles Spurgeon writes, Whenever someone is saved, they are saved because God freely saves them, not because there was anything in them to deserve salvation, or any particular fitness in them why God should deliver them and not another. The gifts of God's grace are absolutely free in the most unrestricted sense of the term. I'm going to read that last part. The gifts of God's grace are absolutely free in the most unrestricted sense of the term. And what's more, these invitations, they're all given by someone who is with us, because you can't come to someone who's not there, and you can't listen to someone who's not speaking, and you can't seek someone who doesn't present himself to us. We all get thirsty, and we all get lost, and we all get weary. But in Jesus Christ, we are given the knowledge that he will be with us despite all those things, and that there is nothing in our lives that his love and his grace cannot do away with. So let me ask you again, are you thirsty? And you might say yes, and you might say no. If you say no, let me ask you another question. Could you possibly be so thirsty that you're unaware of it? You know, it occurred to me this morning that we're all sitting here in church pews in snowy Calgary. But if we were hiking in the Grand Canyon this morning, we would all heed that sign. If we were hiking and we came across that sign that said, "Stop and take a drink, you're thirsty and you don't know it," we probably would all obey that sign, and we'd all take a drink. So in a bold act of faith, do the same to those three grand invitations that God makes to us this morning. Come, listen, and seek. Because what we find in him is nothing short of full immersion in the deep waters of Christ's limitless, nourishing grace and his satisfying love for the deepest places of our lives.